Jimmy Butler has indicated to the Miami Heat that he wants the organization to trade him. He wants to play anywhere but Miami. Sources also say that he does prefer the Suns, Warriors, Rockets, Mavericks as desired destinations.
If Jimmy wants to trade, he'll definitely be traded. Pat Riley runs the ship there, him and Mickey. So Jimmy wants to be traded, and he said publicly he's not happy there. Pat Riley would definitely oblige him.
I'm so glad Suns insiders like John Gambador let us know at the beginning of all these Jimmy Butler trade talks that it was going to be an ongoing situation over a few weeks. Otherwise, Sundo and I would have been losing our minds going over the will they, won't they of it all. But just like the Kevin Durant trade, we knew this could drag out for a while. And it's been 3 weeks since we've posted about Jimmy, but here we are at the next juncture of the process. First things first, I gotta say, I know Bradley Beal has to accept a potential trade due to his no trade clause. But I think at this point, considering the way that this Big Three experiment has failed so far, his willingness to waive that no trade clause, especially to Miami, should be at an all-time high. And I'll leave it at that. Hit that like for us and let's get into this update. So Jimmy Butler and Pat Riley have been doing the trade dance of I'll say something to the media, then you say something to the media. At one point, the Heat front office was saying that they weren't entertaining Jimmy trades unless he specifically asked out. And for whatever reason, he wanted to keep dancing around it, saying things to fuel the fire, but never outright saying trade me. That is until now.
I want to see me get my joy back from playing basketball. Wherever that may be, we'll find out here pretty soon, but I want to get my joy back. I'm happy here off the court, but I want to be back to somewhat dominant. I want to hoop, and I want to help this team win. Right now, I'm not doing that.
Can you get your joy back here on the court?
Probably not.
Now, you guys have seen that he recently turned his hair purple after going orange, and I'm sure you saw his one-legged, sarcastic corner three the other night. Along with all of that, it's being fully reported now that he's officially asking for a trade from Miami. Now, this is good news or it's bad news, depending on how you view it. But it seems to me that Pat Riley really got the win here, as he's gotten Jimmy to accept a trade anywhere that's not Miami, verbally on record. That can and likely will open up a potential bidding war across the entire NBA, allowing Miami to have many more options. Packages that the Suns would not be able to compete with. And remember, up until now, Jimmy had decent leverage when his demands were just a handful of teams. The subtext being that he would leave any team high and dry next season if he didn't actually want to be there in the first place. That left only the Suns, Warriors, Rockets, Mavs, and whoever else he listed as realistic options. Who's going to trade for a guy that you know is leaving for his specific desired team after he's made them well known? See the Raptors with Kawhi Leonard. Yes, they had him for a season and they won a title, but that was an entire season. This would be half of one. And he sure enough left them for California, which is where he had been asking to go all along. Now it would seem it's going to be much more attractive for other teams to offer up players and picks for the 35-year-old All-Star. Or will it? I think teams are going to do their due diligence now that anyone can get into the sweepstakes. However, I suspect, much like LeBron and Clutch Sports let the basketball world know not to draft Bronny, Jimmy's agent will let it be known that he still has his list of teams that he'll actually re-sign with. He's just saying what he has to say to get out of town. Or maybe not. Maybe that's completely wrong. Maybe this is really all about money. I'd say that that's an option too that we need to consider. Shaq seems to think at least that Jimmy's not happy seeing other players that he deems lesser than himself making more, and that he wants to correct that before he has no leverage left. Shaq didn't say all that, but I'm kind of filling in the spaces. Tell us in the comments what you think or hope happens here, because whatever is going to is likely going to happen soon. We'll see you guys for the next live stream. Until then, go Suns.